Progress, not perfection. Sometimes when we're on this self-improvement journey, we forget that we don't have to be perfect and not everything is perfect. Sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Sometimes things are not going to go our way. It's all about progress. As long as we're making progress to our goals and progress to where we want to go, that's what matters. It's not about being perfect, and that's something that I forget all the time. We all forget. I make a mistake or something doesn't go my way and I beat myself up about it because I didn't get it right. But it's not about that. It's about taking things and looking at things as opportunities to grow and learn. And this is something that I often forget, because every time I'm, for example, sparring or in the gym and pretend I get hit with a punch that I'm not used to getting hit with, or I get hit with a punch that I don't see coming, or whatever the case may be. After sparring, I beat myself up about it and I'm like, why did I get hit with that punch? I shouldn't have got hit with that punch. Instead of learning from my mistakes and being like, okay, hang on, what did I do wrong? Analyzing the situation and be like, okay, my right hand should have been up when I threw that jab. That's how I got caught. It's just little stuff like that, understanding and being aware that it doesn't have to be perfect first try. Nothing has to be perfect. Everything in life doesn't have to be perfect. When you start working out in the gym, you're not going to do everything with the correct form straight away. You're going to not really do it properly, and that's why you're not going to be seeing results. And then you got to go back to the drawing board and think, okay, hang on, why am I not seeing any gains? Why am I not seeing any progress that I've been going to the gym? Okay, and then you do some research and then you learn the techniques, because if you're not doing the exercises right, you're not going to get the benefits from them. You're not going to get the full stretch. If you're doing, I don't know, tricep pull downs or push downs, and you're doing it like half doing it, you're not going to get that proper stretch in the triceps. It's little stuff like that. You're learning from everything. You're not beating yourself up, because life is about constant improvement. Everything is constant improvement. And we often forget this when it comes to self-improvement, that not everything has to be perfect, because in self-improvement, we want to be in good shape. We want to make money. We want to do all these things. It takes time. It takes time. We got to learn. We got to grow. And we got to progress. Because what's the fun in just starting something or doing something and then boom, you're already just perfect at it? Even with this, I'm still learning and getting better with talking to the camera and uploading videos and trying to be consistent. It's all about progress. It's like, how can I make the next video better than the last? It's just trying to do something different, even if other people don't notice. And your progress doesn't have to be seen to other people. For example, this video, you don't know how I've improved from the last video, because it doesn't matter. As long as I know what I'm doing to improve, that's all that matters. So it's all about progress. Don't forget that. This is so easy to forget, especially when we're on social media comparing ourselves to other people. We forget that it's not perfect, because social media tries to depict this fake reality, this fake world, that everything's perfect and this person's living that life and that person's living this life, when in reality their life's not perfect either. So don't be looking at the next person thinking, I want to get there, because you look at their life as perfect when that's not the case. And social media does that a lot. That's why these days I try to stay off of social media the best that I can, because even when you're on social media creating content, you kind of get warped by that perception of, am I doing enough? Am I doing this? Like, you compare yourself to other people and their videos might look perfect or this the case, but at the end of the day, we just need to focus on ourselves and focus on our own goals, our own purpose, and our own progress. That is literally the blueprint of self-improvement. Self-improvement. Focus on yourself, your own progress, and your own journey. And I promise, once you start doing that, you'll start seeing huge progress. Even me, I haven't uploaded a video in 2 weeks. That's because that mindset was kind of getting warped. I was just beating myself up about the little things, just with everything. And then I realized after training one day that, hang on a minute, this is the game. You're gonna need to get some lessons. People like to call them L's, but you're gonna need to get some lessons before you start winning. It's not all about winning. It's about learning, seeing what you can take from that opportunity of the growth and putting it into perspective and just improving. And if you're not looking at your mistakes as learning lessons, then you're always gonna be stuck in the same cycle of just going back and getting, imagine, just like what I talked about earlier. Imagine after that day I sparred, right? And I got hit with that punch that I didn't see coming, or it was unexpected, right? Imagine I didn't say anything about it. Imagine I was just not thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Just leave it. That just happened. And I didn't look at that and try and learn from it. I'll go into sparring the next other day and get hit with the same punch. But no, it's like now when you step in with your jab, keep your right hand up. That's it. Keep your non-punching hand protected. Pretty simple, right? But Sometimes we forget that stuff when we're in the moment, but it's all about learning. Just learn. That's it. Learn and look at things as opportunities to grow. And this can honestly relate to so much different things, even to do with starting a business or starting content creation. People are always like asking the next person, how do I start, or how do I do this, how do I do that? But the easiest answer is just do it. And the reason why people even ask those questions on how do they start or how do they don't is because, believe it or not, they're thinking about other people and they're thinking about being perfect. So it's like, how do I start, meaning how do I start perfectly? But if you just start regularly, you just starting. By you making your first video, you can already learn from it. When you go into the next video, you can look at that video and look at all the things you don't like from that video, look at how it performed, etc. And you can just get better from that. That's it. But everyone is holding off on what they want to do because they're trying to be perfect. It's not about that. And once people start grasping that concept, people know this, but they need to really drill it in, because as I said before, I got warped by that mindset just 2 weeks ago. It creeps in sometimes, but it's always good. That's why I'm creating this video, as a reminder that it's all about progress, not perfection. And people always say practice makes perfect. But if you're doing the wrong type of practice, it's not going to make perfect. That's why when you're constantly progressing, you can learn from your mistakes and then do the perfect practice, and that will make progress and that will make perfect. They say practice makes perfect, but not necessarily practice with progress and doing the right sort of practice. That's how you're going to make progress. And you know what? I'm not even going to make this video too long, because I just want it to be kind of like short and snappy and just kind of like a reminder to let you know and to remind you that it's not about being perfect. And once you cut that out, you can start to grow within all aspects of your life: fitness, health, business, everything. You can start to grow because you're looking at yourself and what you can do, not the next person. You're not looking at the next person and trying to emulate them, or you're just looking at yourself and thinking about what you can do each day to get better. How can you start your morning better, right? Thinking about how you start your morning, your way to work, your commute, or just all aspects, your diet. How can you make it better? Because once you start making one thing better, you make the next thing better, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, if you relate to this video and you resonate with it, please give this video a thumbs up. Also comment down below what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.